Hello, everyone, and thank you for your interest in working with AT Direct Sports Medicine. We truly appreciate you and could definitely not have this business without you. So, thank you. All right, so who is AT Direct? Well, AT Direct is a women owned, athletic trainer owned business that puts healthcare providers, such as athletic trainers, at various sporting events throughout the state. As athletic trainers, we know the need and the necessity for us to be covering various types of events. So part of what AT Direct does is we advocate for the profession through these events. Our biggest thing is making sure that the customers that we work for know exactly who we are and what we do, as well as making sure that you as an athletic trainer are taken care of. So we provide all of the things to make you legal. We also make sure that you're never in a situation that seems uncomfortable or sketchy. We make sure that the athletic trainer to field ratio is always really well. So yeah, our biggest thing, just making sure that we're taking care of you guys as the athletic trainers and the athletes as well. Okay, so like I just mentioned, so we provide sideline medical services to various sports throughout the state. We've done everything from rugby to lacrosse to indoor soccer, motocross. We are in, I think, 22 different high schools, soccer clubs, just a little bit of everything throughout the state. And then we do have a facility in Tempe, right across from Tempe Marketplace, where we do sports rehab, sports performance, and vision training. Okay, so just a little background. So Dr. Sharway, he's one of our two directing physicians. He's the one that you're going to be work with the most. He is a family practice sports medicine physician at Barrow Sports Medicine. He has been around a bunch of different sports. He currently is a team doctor for GCU. He's been the team doctor for ASU. In the past, he's also worked with Arizona Diamondbacks. He's seen it all. So he's pretty great. He is in all of our messages for our events. He's always on call for us, which is awesome. He's really involved, probably more involved than most team physicians, but he's going to be the one that you're going to work with most of the time. Dr. Costas, so he is a surgical physician he's actually at Mayo now. He primarily does hip and knee and shoulder. He is fantastic and amazing, and again, he's worked for ASU. He was the team physician for GCU when he was at TOCA, but he's just awesome. So he's our surgical physician that we use. He's also our directing physician for some of the graduate assistants at the high schools that we work with. Okay, so just some stuff that we're going to cover in this presentation today. So expectations, how we schedule and how you can get shifts, how you get paid, what you need to do for documentation, what we do follow up, kits and inventory, and then just go through some other housekeeping items. Okay, so things that you need to begin to work with us. So through the Google Forms that you were sent, you need to upload your copy of your Arizona licensure, your CPR certification, which if you are expiring, I am a American Heart Association instructor, so I can renew that for you. A W-9 so we can pay you, your physician agreement form, your independent contractor agreement form, and then you have to say, yes, I watched this video and I agree to follow these terms. Oh, I should say that the physician agreement form and the independent contractor form are valid for 24 months. All right, so expectations. So this should be pretty standard. You guys are athletic trainers. You've worked events before. You kind of know what to expect. The biggest thing with working with AT Direct is all of our customers say that we never look busy enough, which we know that's great. We don't want to be busy because then that means that kids are getting hurt. the problem is that when they see us not being busy, they think that they're wasting money on us. So we just ask that you guys don't be on your phones. You're not reading books. You're not, just sitting there not doing anything. So we just want you to kind of look busy, whether that be standing there looking out, maybe walking around a little bit, whatever that may be. So prior to the beginning of the event, so before you work your event, you will be assigned or you'll be added into a GroupMe message. So in that GroupMe message, we kind of give you all of the details, the code for Dragonfly, who your point of contact is going to be. We're going to connect you with other individuals that are also working at that same school or same event, so you can keep in contact with everybody. If it is a big event, such as a tournament, we will send an email as well. For our high school coverage, we don't really send emails just because it's the same each week. So we do ask that you arrive 10 to 15 minutes prior to your shift, just so that you can figure out where you need to go, talk to the point of contact. If you're switching out for another athletic trainer, find that athletic trainer and kind of get the lowdown. That doesn't mean that you clock in 15 minutes early. We just want you to be there early so that you can set up and see where you're going, kind of get yourself familiarized. So in our binders, we do have addresses to the closest FastMed urgent cares. In the email, so when we email out prior to a big event, we do include the closest urgent care and ER just in case you need that. And then the other thing, so we do use Deputy, which I'll talk about a little bit later, to clock in and clock out, just so that we can keep track of hours for you, and it's how we send invoices to our customers. That's what you'll clock in and clock out on. So once you arrive, we do want you to find the site supervisor or whoever it is that's in charge. We usually try to put the point of contact in your deputy shift. Sometimes that's not the person that's on site. There might be somebody different on site. We also want to make sure that you reach out to that person a couple days before the event. Sometimes what happens is fields get moved or maybe times get moved. You guys know, working in athletics, that we're always the last ones to know. So we just ask that you reach out to that point of contact a couple days prior to your event. So again, I talked about this a little bit. So you are representing AT Direct, Dr. Sharway, Barrow Sports Medicine, but more specifically the athletic training profession. So again, one big thing that we do is advocate for our profession. So when we're on task, when we look like we're doing our jobs, people, think that it's so great for us to be there. They're going to want to keep us coming back. If we look bored and not busy and look like we're just basically sitting there twiddling our thumbs, they're not going to want us back covering their events. Okay, so just the same way that you have athletes sign in and sign out of your athletic training room, they actually are going to have to sign into a treatment log. So these are in all of the binders, which are located in the kits. And so the reason for this is it helps us keep track of data. So as you guys know, data is how we can advocate for higher pay. We can advocate for more athletic trainers. We actually put in all this information and found out for Arizona youth soccer that it was 14-year-old female ankle sprains was the highest rate of incidence, and so we were able to actually implement a injury prevention plan for them for that age group. So again, just pretty common standard of practice. You're going to put the athlete name, their date of birth, what team they play for, the body part injured. And this actually, I think, is a little bit different, this picture right here, than the one that's in the kit now. I think we might have sex on there and then treatment. So whether they got an ice bag, they got their ankle taped, whatever it may be. Over here, this is for you. So you're going to put yes or no, whether you put in an injury evaluation and then your initials right here. Okay, so injury documentation. So the paper form is optional. We pretty much just have the paper form. So if you get really busy, you can have the athlete maybe fill out this information up here, collect this information and then go fill this in later, and then you can put it into Dragonfly. That way you have everything written down so you don't forget anything. Again, this is optional. You do not have to use it. However, Dragonfly or injury-free is a must. So electronic documentation, you don't have a choice. The paper documentation is optional. We use Dragonfly for all of our injury documentation except for any time we are working Arizona Youth Soccer events, US Youth Soccer events. Then that's when we use injury-free. And we'll make sure that you have access to those events. Access to injury-free and Dragonfly when you are assigned to an event. So we do use, because we are essentially mobile, we use a lot of apps for working for AT Direct. So GroupMe, this is what we use to keep in contact with everybody. Once you have all your information into us, we actually give you access to GroupMe. We have a big message on there. It's just kind of like a big forum that has essentially a ton of athletic trainers. It's not always stuff related to AT Direct. It could be, hey, does so-and-so, did the person covering this event, you evaluated my athlete at my high school, can I reach out to you about something? The other thing that you'll need to is Deputy. So this is what we use to schedule. And so it is an app that has all of our shifts. That's where you can pick up shifts on there. You can check your time cards. You can release shifts. That is another one that you will need for scheduling. The other one that you're going to need that's not on here is the Dragonfly Max. So it's like a black and red logo. That's the one that we use for documentation. Okay, supplies. So this is probably the hardest part about working for AT Direct. So you're going to need supplies for every event. You're going to need a table. We have portable massage tables. You'll need a kit. They're the toolboxes that are on wheels. You'll need a cooler. Not all the time, but you will need a cooler in the event that we are at maybe like a venue that doesn't have ice. A lot of the schools will have ice, so you probably don't need it for the schools, but when you work events like outside or not at schools, you'll need that. And then if it's an inside event, you're going to need an AT Direct banner. If it's an outside event, you will need a Easy Up or canopy. Okay, so prior to taking the supplies, you need to make sure that the kit is fully stocked, and that includes paperwork. All of our supplies are in a storage unit close to our clinic at University and between the 101 and McClintock. So when you are added into GroupMe, we give you all the information for that storage unit. So the nice thing is that you can go, it's open from, I believe, 6:30 to 10, so 6:30 in the morning till 10 at night. You can go essentially at any time during those hours to go pick up all of your supplies. Okay, so you need to make sure that the kit is stocked. When you open up the kit, on the lid, there's a QR code. If you scan that QR code, it comes up with the Google Forms, and that's where you're going to check out the supplies. So it's going to ask you the number kit, the number cooler, the tables are numbered, and then whether you took an Easy Up, a medical flag, or a banner. Okay, so again, please make sure that you are stocking your kits prior to these events. I know a lot of us just need to get in there and get out, but it really sucks when you get to an event and you have no supplies. Okay, so ice is required for certain events. We will let you know which ones you need to get ice for. If you do purchase ice, please make sure that you save your receipt and you put it in the GroupMe. Okay, receipts are going to be due that Sunday following your shift by 5 p.m. Please don't text me a picture of your receipt because it gets lost and I forget about it. It needs to be in the GroupMe, and that's how I can keep track of it. Okay, so once your shift is over, you need to return the supplies. We ask that you can get them back there within 48 hours. I know that might not be realistic, but we have kids, or we have girls that work for us that go there twice a month, that go and they do inventory and they restock everything because for some reason our supplies have been such an issue the past few months. So please try and get them there within 48 hours. So when you return them, you will need to stock the kit. You need to take a picture of the kit and put it in the event group me. Okay, that's how we know that you will. That's how we know that you stocked your kit and you returned it. You also have to place all of the completed paperwork from your binder into a bin that's labeled completed paperwork. It's pretty easy. I'm not sure how much easier we can make it for people. We're still having issues, but everything is labeled. There's essentially unlimited supplies for these kits. We don't stock the kits with things that aren't really necessary. So a lot of people want elasticon, or they want KT tape. That stuff's really expensive and really not necessary for the type of work that we're doing. So we don't have those types of things. We have your basics. We've got your blood pressure cuffs, your tape. We've got cardboard splints. There's hand sanitizer. It's just essentially the basic stuff that you'll need. All right, so thank you for watching this video. Here is mine and Josie's contact information. This is both of our cell phone numbers if you do need anything. We appreciate you again reaching out to us and wanting to work for us. We hope that you enjoy working for us as much as we enjoy you working for us. So thank you and enjoy the rest of your day.